production function. Today I am going to discuss a new chapter. This chapter belongs from the microeconomics. This is the chapter number 5 and name of the chapter is production function. Okay, so first we will discuss about the production. So what is production? In a simple words we can say transformation of goods into the final goods for the use of consumer is known as production. In other words, we can also say that production is a process in which the goods are signifies into the final goods which enhance the utility for the consumer, that is known as production. For example, wood is converted into a furniture. So furniture is here the final goods and it is also known as production. Okay, so as you know, that is the production. Now come to the what is the production function. Okay, so production function is a functional relation between physical inputs and physical outputs. It is purely technical process. So in a short form we can say Qx is equal to a small f into I1, I2, I3 and so on. Okay, so where Qx is the quantity of X commodity, F is the functional relation and I1, I2, I3 are the different inputs. So these are inputs. Okay, and this is our output. So in other words we can say it is a functional relation between physical inputs and physical output, and it is purely technical. Here just I want to take one example, and example is what? Suppose 250 chairs has been produced with the help of 5 labor and 2 units of capital. Okay, so it indicates that a firm has the maximum ability to produce 250 chairs by utilizing 5 labors and 2 units of capital. So 250, that is the maximum output of a firm. If we want to increase that units, it means we will have to also change the inputs. For example, here suppose 260 chairs we have to produce, it means we will have to either increase the labor or capital. So suppose 6 labor and 2 capital is utilized to produce 260. So this indicates the maximum output of the firm by utilizing the inputs. Okay, so this is known as production function. Now come to the short run and long run. Okay, there are 2 terms in the production function, that is short run production function. So it is not the time dimensional, it is not related to the time periods, or so short run means one factors at least one factor will be constant and other factors will be variable for production. Okay, so short run, in which most of the factors will remain constant. So which factors will remain constant? That is the fixed factors. Fixed factors will remain constant, only variable factors will be changed. Okay, in other words, we can say short run is a process in which only the production can be changed by changing the variable factors, whereas fixed factors will remain constant. So it is not related to time dimensions. Okay, next is the long run. So what is the long run? Long run. Here all the factors will become variable. All factors will become variable. Is it clear? So long run is a process in which all the factors of production will be variables because the firm has enough time. Here I just want to take one example for short run and the long run. Okay, so in case of long run, this is the long run. Suppose a firm has ability to produce 260 tables. Now he gets the order of 2600 tables. This is the order. So as we know that it is the maximum ability to produce the table of a firm is 260, but he got the order of 2600. So within the short period it is not possible to produce. So in short run it is not possible. In this case the producer will change all factors of production. Is it clear? So here all the factors of production becomes variable, and with the help of changing all the factors it can be produced. But in case of short run, so what we find in case of short run? So in case of short run we find that suppose a firm has the ability to produce 260 tables. This is the maximum ability. Now the firm got to produce, suppose, 500 tables. So the difference between the 260 and 500, that is the how much only? That is the 240. Okay, so 240 tables a firm has to produce more. So here the firm will remain, the firm will change only variable factors and fixed factors will remain constant. Will be constant. Is it clear? So in this way we can say it is not a time dimensional, it is not related to the calendar factors of time, but it is totally based on the variable inputs and fixed inputs. Okay, now come to the here, that is the next term. What is fixed factors of production? So fixed factors are those factors which does not change as the output increase or decrease. Okay, fixed factor does not change as the production increases or decreases, it will remain constant. And what is the variable factors? These are those factors which varies or changes when production increase or decrease. So that is known as variable factors. Here the example is labor or casual labor, raw materials, fuels, etc. Okay, and in case of fixed factors, the examples are size of the firm, machine, tools, etc. And that is known as fixed factor and it is known as variable factors. Okay, now come to the next, that is the concept of production. Next is our concept of production. So concept of production has three main components. First, that is total production. Okay, so what is total production? When the number of units produced by a firm from the given level of inputs, that is known as total production. In other words, we can say it is the sum addition of marginal production. Okay, so total production means total output of a firm. Total output of a firm in a given period of time. In a given period of time, that is known as total production. Second is the average production. Okay, so what is average production? It is the per unit output of a firm is known as average production. In other words, we can say average production is the per unit output of a firm. It can be calculated by using the formula AP is equal to TP divided by number of labor. That is known as average production or number of units. Here in case of labor you can use the labor. In case of here you can also write down number of units. or variable factors. Clear? Now, come to the marginal production. Next is the marginal production. It is denoted by MP. Okay? So, marginal production is the additional unit of production due to that the changes takes place in total production. Okay? That is known as marginal production. In other words, we can say when one additional unit is produced by the firm, the changes takes place in total production is known as marginal production. So in a simple word, to keep it in my mind, you can keep that is the additional production. Okay, so formula is MP marginal production is equal to change in total production divided by change in quantity or change in factors of production such as labor, or we can say MP is equal to TPN minus TPN minus 1. Is it clear? So in this way, in this video we have already learned about what is production, what is production function, what is the short run, what is the long run, what are the concept of production, fixed factors, variable factors, etc. Okay, in the next video we will discuss about the procedure of production function or the law of variable proportion. Okay, thank you my dear students.